What's up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're gonna go ahead and dive into the watch list for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, August 19th. So let's go ahead and let's dive right in. Let's see what stocks we got. Before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to the chat room. Always like to give a shout out back to the sniper base, back to the team. And today I want to give a shout out on protecting the boat. We always like to joke around and we coined that phrase, protect the ship. And that's when there's really not much out there. There's not an ideal setup out there. So you really just sit back, and sometimes the best play is no play. And tomorrow, there'll be a whole set of new stocks to watch. Also, we got 3 from the list tonight that we'll go ahead and dive into. I did see my boy Sniper Damon was able to profit 200 plus on GRNQ. I saw a couple other people talking about that and Power in the chat. I also saw some people talking about ARSN, the crazy sub penny play that ran wild. There were some nice plays out there, but nothing that was ideal for us to take overnight. So we're holding all cash going into tomorrow, and we have 3 stocks that we're going to keep an eye on. So let's go ahead and let's dive into those 3 stocks and let's talk about them. On the left side is our watch list, and on the right side is TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. You can always check out our website. We do a watch list every single night, as well as updating a power hour watch list, which are the hot stocks that we're watching to swing overnight from 3 to 4, and that's on www.thestocksnipers.com. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. The first stock on the list is CYDY. And this one is interesting. If you're looking at the chart here on the right side, you might ask yourself, why are they looking at this? And we're actually looking at this for a potential panic dip buy this week, or a potential dip buy this week, because this has now been on a big decline, and it's coming up to some key long-term support. It's now down, all the way down from this $10 mark it hit at the end of June. And from its recent bounce up to 676, it's down all the way 50, around 60% plus from that bounce. Now we think the reversal could come in. The company is still coming out with news. They're trying to stay significant. They were successful with pumping the stock up back here, back on its breakout. This was a wild run that we were able to watch 2 months ago. But now that it's on its dip, you know, it does set up for a good potential panic dip buy. So we like the long-term support right here in the 250s, and we also like the support down here in the 205 range. Okay, so if it does get a dip to those spots, we're going to be watching those closely. Did get a little bit of a panic today, so another big panic could come. Ideally, the dip happens on a panic. It has had 4 straight red days with some good news there, so I know they're going to try to get this up sooner than later. So we're going to keep an eye on CYDY for the dip buy there. The next one on our list is actually a listed stock. This is a NASDAQ stock. It's GRWG, and this is on our list because, check the chart on the right side. Yes, it is an overextended play now, and we are watching this for a potential short. When the downside comes in, we think that this has good pullback potential, so we are going to be watching this one to see when the red day finally steps in. Back on Thursday last week, they came out with earnings news, and it was an earnings win, and they broke out of the 52-week high here in the 950s. And from then, it has spiked for 1, 2, 3, 4 straight big green days, and it is now up 100% plus from that spot. Today, it kind of had a consolidation day. So is weakness starting to settle in or not? We will see. When this one gaps down, or if this one gets a green to red crack in the day, we'll be keeping a close eye on this. The higher this goes, the better the potential the downside will be, the better the potential the short will be. So ideally, it does continue to go tomorrow and for the rest of the week. You know, before this big run up that it had all the way from the 9s to the 19s, it was really kind of just trading sideways. Didn't really see any volume, and this stock was really in the mud. So we think it's coming down. We're going to keep an eye to watch when that finally starts to happen. Last but not least, we always like to throw one wildcard pick in there, and our wildcard pick of the night is an OTC short that we're watching. So we are looking at this play as a potential short. It's COMS, and this one is another one that had a wild breakout. It has gone up 8 straight green days from its breakout, so this is even more extended than the last play we were watching. And this one as well is up over 100% over its breakout. It hasn't really had a red day in there yet. Today it finally got good volume, so that's what really brought this on our radar. On the run up, it hasn't had great volume, but today it traded $500,000 in the dollar volume. That lines up with our criteria. So now that this one has had its spike, it had its breakout, we are also watching for the potential downside here as well. This one looks a little bit choppy, so when the downside does come in, we think that it could really crack and chop down back into the 2s and even the mid 1s where it broke out. And that's why it's the wild card pick of the night, but this did create that resistance up here at 369 today. Let's see if that could be the final resistance of the breakout. You know, it got that good volume today, so we'll be keeping an eye on this one, as the first red day here should give you good downside as well. So COMS, our wild card pick of the night, the OTC short. If you don't know how to short OTCs, reach out to us. You can hit us up on our website, www.thestocksnipers.com, and we'll help you get situated with that. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. As always, we will see you guys tomorrow in the chat early in the morning. For everyone else, thanks for joining on this Tuesday night. We'll be back again Tuesday night to talk about our watch list for next week. All right, much love, my snipers. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.